welcome to Carla's Stitching Journey. I am so glad to have you. If you are a new and you just found my channel, thanks for joining us. I hope you like what you see and you'll like and subscribe to the video. If you have been with me for a long time, this is Flosstube number 119, I believe. And it is October 21st. It's a Tuesday. And I decided to do a video today to tell you about my last week of stitching. So I've done weekly videos for like the last 4 weeks. A couple days late on this one, but I don't know if this will continue to be a thing through the winter months. But if I've got something to show you, I wanted to take time and just, you know, maybe get my videos a little shorter, and my basket of whips that I've worked on shown to you so that I can put it back into my stash of whips that I pull out for all of my challenges. So my name's Carla. I am from Western Pennsylvania, and this is my channel about my stitching journey with cross stitch. Sometimes I show some other crafts that I do, but the majority of what I do is cross stitch, and I thoroughly and completely enjoy it. So that being said, let's get into, I don't have any FFOs to show you this time because I was lazy this week, but I do have a finish. So I will show you my finish. So far, just a little bit of stats. Year-to-date stitches, because I'm really excited about this, is as of today, I am 202,677 stitches for the year, which is exciting to me because I believe that passes my last year. I know my goal for this year was 205,000, and last year my goal was 200,000, so I increased it. I think I'm gonna blow that out of the water, which I'm really excited since it's only middle of October, and I've already pretty much reached that. I'm over the 2K anyway, the 2,000, so yay. So far, the month of October, I've had 17,544 stitches. And yes, I do count my stitches. If it's a paper chart, I count it as I am highlighting. I'm looking around. I have a little, like a track counter that you can, you know, hit it and keep hitting the button. I'll show you the next time. I don't see one around here, so I'll try and make sure to bring it over to my stitching or my video spot next time. As you can see, my Moons Out, Brooms Out by Autumn Lane Stitchery has made the wall behind me. So we managed to get that one hung up. And I did hang up my other big finish. It is in the living room. So I will insert a picture next time. I'll show that to you where we finally put it in because, you know, it's Tuesday. Okay, so I have been playing the Flosstuber Challenge. This originated with Alchemist Stitcher, if you're not familiar with her. Just real quickly, she watches Flosstube mostly, and so she picked out 12 Flosstubers, and she does 200 stitches per Flosstuber when they post a video. I took it a step further and changed it up a little bit, but the idea came from her, so I always want to give her credit for that. If you're not watching her, please do. I took it a little bit further because I enjoy watching multiple Flosstubers, and I kind of now I'm even more excited to see them posting videos because I chose 7. I may add to or take away. I don't think I'm going to take away, but I may add to my list for next year. I'm kind of, maybe next month I might add another Flosstuber in to bring in another whip. And what I did was I assigned a whip to each of those 7 Flosstubers. And when they post a video, I give that whip assigned to them 200 stitches. If they have a, matter of fact, I have a board. I'm taking Jen the Caffeinated Crafter, and I have a Flosstuber board. So we will go through this, but basically if they post a video, they get 200 stitches. And I wrote that on there wrong. Okay, so they get 200 stitches. If they finish, they get 200 stitches for each finish. I'm fixing my error here. If they do a new start, in order to cheer them on and in order for me to make some progress, I'm giving that with 500 stitches. If they show their pet, even if it's a picture of their pet, I am doing 400 stitches. And then because of the Alchemist Stitcher, I came up with a WIP parade challenge because it is now getting into the year of the WIP parades. And Alchemist Stitcher did post a WIP parade this past week. So I am going to be working on those stitches this week. So for a WIP parade, I'm doing 500 stitches for a WIP parade. If one of my WIPs match one of the Flosstuber's WIPs, I'm going to give it 200 additional stitches. And if they announce a UFO or something they're not going to finish, a UFO is an unfinished object, and they've decided that they are not going to do it anymore, I will give them 100 stitches on the WIP that's assigned to them to say farewell to that sad WIP that's going away. So that's what I do. I tried to insert that, and I couldn't make that work. So I will try and come up with a way to do that, but I haven't figured it out yet. So as we're going through WIPs, I may show you, or we will update my board after we're done, because I have listed my 7 Flosstubers and the projects with them. So we'll update that together after I show you everything. So let's start with my finish. So I finished because last week GaRon Stitchery gave me, because of all the things that they did, I ended up needing 2,000 stitches. So 2,000 stitches definitely gave me a finish on the WIP I had assigned to them. I had assigned Silver Creek Samplers, Reaping Love. And this is going to be a giveaway at the end of the channel, or at the end of the video. I'm going to put a code word, or if you want to call it that. And if you leave that word in your comments, I will... I'm going to do a drawing for this on Halloween. So we'll see if you win this, and then I will mail it to you. So I finished mine. It is on smoke quartz, and I believe it was a 32-28 count. Hey, smoke quartz. My card. I keep a card. This is the cards I use. I put them on like a business card. I just had a printer. My sister actually had her local printer print these for me. And so it's got all that important information. And I hang these with my project so I know, it like labels what's in what bag. So this is Reaping Love is on 28 count Lugana smoky quartz. I stitched it 2/2. I started it June 14th of this year. And I am finishing it October 14th of this year. And this is how it turned out. So on the pattern, you could put initials down here, but when I was trying to figure out the initials, I could not make it work for me because I've got a wide last initial as a W, and my husband's got a wide first initial with an N, and I just could not make it work. So I ended up taking and putting in 3 hearts instead of 1. I probably could have if I really wanted to think about it, but I really wanted to be done with this. I think I'm going to probably finish this into like a little pillow. I don't know that it's a frame. I think it's a pillow. So there is Reaping Love by Silver Creek Samplers. And it was a fun stitch. It really was a fun stitch. I did do some color changes because I was trying to use my Victorian Moda floss a little bit, so I did use that a little bit over on his outfit. And the grass I used a variegated that I had in my stash. So yeah, I like how it turned out. So that is my only finish. So for anybody that's playing the game with me, if you have assigned your finish any certain numbers, you're welcome. I'm glad I could support you in your endeavors. So I finished that, and it had a total of 4,418 stitches. I was 188 stitches short of reaching the 2,000 goal. So what do you do when you're short? You start something new. And I did. And I hope I put it over here. Oh, yes. So I started something new, and it is in one of my Black Cat Stitchery bags. You can see how I use my tags. And actually, this is not a Black Cat Stitchery bag. Oh my gosh. This is a stitch and button bag. And I am going to show you what I replaced it with. So I replaced it with Lola Crow's Murder in the Pumpkin Patch. This is GaRon's Monday Murder Monday piece, and they've all started it as well. This was a gift from my husband. I showed on my last video when he went to Alabama to see my daughter. He went by the store and this caught his eye and he really liked it. So he thought I would like it. So I started it and it has taken the place of my 188 stitches that I needed. Bear with me while I get my board out because I actually got a board this time. I have it on a scrap piece of fabric. Let's see. It's an 18 count Ada, and I really don't know where. It's just a scrap off of something that I had, so I'm not sure the dyer. I'm going to assume it's Grace Notes. It's soft, and it feels like a Grace Notes, but I could not tell you the name of it. And I am stitching it 2/1, and this is how far I am. So I got the 188 stitches. I started in the center because I really wasn't 100% sure. I counted the holes. I wanted to make sure it was enough, and I think it will be enough. But I started in the center just to make sure. So I did 188 stitches on this, and this has now been assigned to GaRon Stitchery. And so they post their video this past Friday night. And so this project will get more attention this week, and it should get 700 stitches this coming week. And I put it in my, all the floss is in my little wooden squirrel that I got from my sister. Proud member of the Squirrel Squad. That's what she calls her retreat group that she goes, is host for like 10 of us, I think. So anyways, there is that back in my stitch and button bag, and I will be doing 700 stitches on that before I do my next video, hopefully. All right, let's see. What's up next is I'll show you in my flamingo bag. I have my pink flamingo from Stony Creek, and it looks like this. It is a Stony Creek pink flamingo stocking. This was assigned to Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter. She did a video this past week, and for her video, she usually posts on Sunday, I think. So her video, I needed to do 300 stitches, and I managed to do 409 stitches. So this is where, let me put my board up. This is where I am. So I'll show you, hopefully I inserted the picture of where I was. And then I just basically continued down into the sand, brought this down. This is like a shadow of the candy canes that will go in. I'll probably put those in here soon. So that's what I worked on. I did 409 stitches, and yeah, I'm liking how it's turning out, and that's as far as I am. So this will come out again because Jen posted a video this past Sunday. And so it is going to get another 300 stitches because she posted the video, for one thing, and she shared her plans, which I think she's crazy. She's doing 21 Flosstuber challenge. She assigned 21 of her projects to this Flosstuber challenge, and I think she's nuts. I tell you. But she's doing 200 stitches per floss tube. So kudos to her, but I think she's a little crazy. That's crazy pants. But that's Jen. If you watch Jen's video, you know. When you know, right? Let's see. Let me pull out. Those are the only ones. It was Reaper, Murder, and Flamingo. Those were the only ones that posted videos this past week. Now, this coming week, I think I bumped my thing. This coming week, I already have 700 to do on the pumpkin. I have 300 to do on the flamingo, and Lydia's Leisurely Stitching posted a video of her 24-hour cross stitch, which was fantastic. Thank you, Lydia, for doing that. That was fun to watch, and it wasn't extensively long, and to see your progress. It was great. So Lydia did a video, and it was a vlog style over her 24-hour cross stitch. I think the video is like 18 or 19 minutes. If you haven't seen it, it's really amazing to see the progress she did each day to get her 24 hours over the weekend. And so my Once Upon a Fairy Tale will have to get out to play, and it will get 300 stitches because she posted a video. She talked about her plans. In general, that's usually what you end up with, but every now and then people throw some curveballs. So I'm going to show you Peace on Earth. Here is what it will look like when it's done. This is by Lila Studio, and it is a winter Quaker. I started in the middle section, so I'm here in the middle working on this wreath. There is a bunch of us in my local sit and stitch that I have at my workplace, and we started this in June together. The plan was that we would do a minimum of a motif a month. It is very hard to keep these ladies reined in because they are thoroughly enjoying this piece. So it's not too late. If you want to join us, if you have it in your stash, join us. It's a beautiful, it is a beautiful whip, beautiful pattern. And in October of 2026, we're going to start the Autumn Quaker that she has out as well. So I'm going to, at the end of this video, I will insert pictures of everybody's because we all picked a different count. We all picked different fabric. It's really fun. And we just had a sit and stitch here this last Saturday. And so I had everybody bring them so we could get updated pictures. And you'll see some of us are gangbusters and some of us are still trying to stick to our motif a month. So this one I did on a Grace Notes Fabrics called Tiger Lily. It's a 20 count. And we started at June 21st of 2025. I did 1,360 stitches on it. And this is where it is. So when I had it out last time, I finished this skater. I put in this wagon and I continued the leaf, and I threw in some trees here, filled in some trees up there and some trees over there. My goal when I took this to the sit and stitch was I was hoping to be able to get this extended all the way around on both sides, and I had run out of the floss. So I got the floss back here. So this is pretty true to color back here. I like it on this Tiger Lily. I think the colors pop, and I think it's really cool. And I was hoping, because that middle emblem is a bear, so my goal was to get enough of this done that I could move to some of the outer Quakers and kind of seesaw back and forth. So you can see it's pretty. And a lot of people started in my group, a lot of people started in the upper left and have been working their way across. So very fun stitch. If you want, if you haven't seen it, feel free, get it, join us. So I don't know when that one will come out again to play, so I didn't leave it in the Q-snap because it's, you know, it's kind of one of those ones I typically will take with me when I'm going to a stitch day, because it's something I can, it's on paper. I have the pattern on my pattern keeper, and I have the paper so I can go both ways. Okay, next up is my Heaven and Earth salve for 2025, and I chose Innocent Dreams by L&L Design. This is a full coverage, as you can tell. It is 295 by 295. She is, I did, this time when I had it out for this past week, I did 1,014 stitches. This is part of my gridiron challenge. So, and we'll talk about that. The gridiron challenge is, I'm going to loosen this so you can see more of it. The gridiron challenge is by Kim Hollenbach. It is a full coverage fanatic game, and she's taking, and everybody's kind of doing something different. I chose to do, I assigned this one to the Steelers as my football, my local team. Pittsburgh is just south of me. And then I have Stargazer as the opponent of the Steelers. And I'm doing 100 stitches per point for both teams. So I calculated what I have left, and as of the time I stitched this one, I needed 15,000 total for current season. I did catch up on the preseason. I did those. For the current season, I would need 15,000 stitches. I have 8,166 stitches left. This is also the Hayed Sal. So, and they just announced that they are going to be doing a Hayed Heaven and Earth Design Sal for 2026. Sales are supposed to start November 1st, but we're starting to see little sneak peeks of what patterns are going to be available that you can do. And I talked about this before. It was $10. How they did it for 2025 is you paid $10. You chose one of 12 patterns that you wanted to stitch. Again, you have to do, in order to get all 12 patterns, you have to stitch at least 6 pages. So that's my goal on this one, is to at least get my 6 pages, which I should easily be able to do. If I keep it on my Gridiron Challenge, I might even get it finished. And I'm okay if my Gridiron Challenge runs till after the games are done. I'm just really focused on the stitches. So in between doing the Flosstuber Challenge, I pull this one out and I pull out Stargazer, and I work on them on the Gridiron Challenge. So you need to get 6 pages complete, then you will get all 12 patterns. In 2025, the more people that signed up, we also got additional free patterns. And so out of the 4 that they were offering based off of signups, I think we got 3 out of the 4. Part of it was safety first. I don't remember all of them, but there was some that I was like, oh man, I just bought that one too. So they're going to be fun stitches. They're ones that I was interested in. Now I'm seeing this year starting to get sneak peeked, and so far I'm not seeing anything that's catching my attention. And unless I really want to do it, I probably am not going to do it, because not because I didn't enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this stitch along with the Heaven and Earth designs, but I have so many full coverages. I want to really push for some finishes and some focuses over the next year and get some more done and off of my WIP list, because I'm going to be adding a bunch more to my WIP list, just so you know. Okay, so I unrolled this, and this is where I am. So let's see if I can get it on. My watch magnet just pulled off my needle minder, so that's a thing. Okay, so this is where I am. So I have all of the top, and how they count the pages is 1, 2, 3. This is a partial. Then they would have the 4th, 5, and 6. So I have the 4 completely done plus this partial, but in order to get the other patterns, I think I need to get this from here over. Like I'm almost, this I think right here is the 5th pattern, or the 5th page, and then I would need to bring this down. So not that much left, can easily be done, might even be done this month. So, but yeah, how cute is that? I've seen some people have already finished it. Kudos to them. And they're going to, some have made it into a pillow. I'm probably going to frame mine. My decor in my living room, or most of my house, is like woodsy, outdoorsy. So there we go. So that is where I am on that. And I am doing this on 25 count, 1/1, and this is Easy Grid fabric. So, and it has, I'm like 47%, I think. 40, no, maybe I'm 57%. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I didn't write it down on my cheat sheet, but I am some kind of percentage done. I'm more percentage done today than I was yesterday. How about that? I'll take that. Okay, so there is that one. And let's see. I think the only one I have left, and pull this up for show and tell, is, yep, the last one I have left is Stargazer, which is in one of my Black Cat X Stitchery bags. Sorry if I'm clanking around here. I printed out pictures so that you guys could, it would be easy for me to show. So this was a limited edition from Heaven and Earth Design. And I have been over here in this section stitching, and I got this little, I don't think you can see it very well, but this is a motor home and it says summer camp. I'm working in that little bitty section over there, and I'm about to come back over and finish those pages because I'm about 2 inches shy of finishing that row of pages because I didn't roll my scroll enough. I'm not going to completely unroll it, but I will completely unroll it on our next time and show you the whole thing. Only because I'm already set for where I need to be. So, but when I do my next video, I will completely unroll it. I promise. So this is, well, sorry, showing you the back. Hold on. Okay. This is where I have gotten to. So this is, see, it's rolled up. And I'm going to try and do this without banging everything. See, over here is where I've worked on. So I finished this light. This one received 1,800 stitches since my last time I showed it, I believe last week. And those were mostly in this area right here. So as you can see, I'm almost done. Get this section filled in, and then I'm going to come across and I'm going to start doing these. But I'm going to roll it when I go across. Yep. And I'm going to, so I can get the page finishes, because I have a goal to do 25 page finishes in 2025, and right now I'm sitting at 16 page finishes. So I have a bunch more I need to do. So there is that, 1,800. And this one is assigned to my opponent for my gridiron challenge. So it needed 14,000 according to current season games. And I have 8,405 stitches currently left. Now, come Sunday, when the Steelers play again, that number will change. Both of those numbers will change, but it'll be okay. It's just more motivation, right? Dreaming of Sal. This person's is dreaming of irises that I got. This is not my project, but I did stitch on it this week. So I wanted to show you. This is Rachel's, and she is using Fortnite Fabrics I Try. She sends the fabric, she sends the floss, and one motif needed to be done, and then we build off of that. Bless her heart, because she gridded her fabric. So check this out. She gridded the fabric, and I went off of the gridding. I talked about this in the last video. I'm going to show you what I stitched. And it was very important to only do one motif, and I know this is the smallest motif there, but I stitched this motif right here, and this is a Rosewood Manor pattern. I love her fabric. I love the design. So we didn't do the name, like irises is all in through and scattered throughout the pattern. Instead, we're initialing who stitched what pattern, so the initial would be somewhere near it. I did not even initial mine because I forgot. So, and then when it's my turn to mail this off, I'll mail it off to the next person that gets it. And I have one that's dreaming of tulips that's floating around. And we did this. This is the 3rd year that this has been going on. I don't know that Rachel's project has been in it for 3 years, but mine has been in it for 2 of the 3 years, because I did not do it last year, and there's still people trying to get theirs done. So since I didn't even put any of my own stitches on it, my own last year, I went ahead and decided to run it through the gamut again and see, you know, let other people work on it and see how much gets done when I get it back this time. So, and it just goes, you know, she just sends it like this in a package, and I will send it off to the next person that's supposed to get it. And I just wanted to share that with you too. Okay, so that is it for my whips. I need to put this back on that one. That is it for the whips. So let's talk. Let's update this board, because I want to try and be inclusive, right, with you guys. And I kind of like how Jen does it, so I'm borrowing her idea a little bit. Oh, here it is. So, Alchemist Stitcher this week did her whip parade, and so she is assigned Rise of the Witches. She did our whip parade, and I had one of my whips matched hers. It was the Folk Witch. So one of my whips matched hers, so that means I have 700 stitches to do on Rise of the Witches this week. This GaRon Stitchery, I already finished the Reaper of Love, so we can take that off. I'm going to take that off because it is done. And it has been replaced with Murder in the Pumpkin Patch. And they did a video and they shared their plans, and they showed a pet. At the very end, they showed a picture of the two dogs because they were taking them to the dog park. So, GaRon Stitchery cost me 700 stitches to do on Murder in the Pumpkin Patch. So, I will work on that this week. The third one is Grace Notes. Grace Notes, I've not seen a video post up yet since I started this challenge. But their WIP is Little House Neighborhood, so I'm anxiously awaiting because I really want to stitch on that. So get your video out there, ladies. Hannah Dowling, I have assigned Huckleberry Farm. She has not done another video that I've seen yet since the one from last week. Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter, she's the Pink Flamingo Stocking. She did complete, or I did complete the 300, so we'll mark that one off. And now I have another 300. Let me just write that better so I can read it. So we have another 300 that's due from her visit that she did on Sunday, her video from Sunday. So Kim Hollenbach, I assigned the Twin Tower because of her military service, and she has not posted a video. Hers are typically monthly, so she hasn't posted her video yet, so I have not stitched on the Twin Tower yet. And Lydia's Leisurely Stitching, Once Upon a Fairy Tale, is assigned to her because that is a WIP that we are doing together. And she posted her video, like I said, I saw it yesterday. So I wrote down I owe it 300 stitches. My Gridiron Challenge, those are my totals. Innocent Dream, 8,166. Stargazer, 8,405. So we will see if those come out before my next video. And if they do, we will update. I'm keeping this board kind of in my stitchy spot so I can update as I see new videos posted. And I will mark them off when we do them. So if you're interested, this is the Flosstube Challenge and this is what I do. If they post a video, like I said, 200. If they finish, it gets 500 stitches for every finish. I'm sorry. 200 for posting a video, 100 for showing plans. If they finish, I'm doing 200 stitches for each finish. If they do a new start, I am doing 500 stitches for a new start. And if they show their pet, that's 400 stitches. So, and that is not per pet, that is just 400 stitches. So this is my 7 that I'm going with. Kim is usually monthly. Hannah's kind of sporadic. You never know. Grace Notes, they go between weekly and monthly. They alter. So they've been sporadic lately. They've been pretty busy with dyeing. GaRon's pretty consistent weekly. And the Alchemist Stitcher, I think she's pretty regular monthly. So typically I think I'm going to be busier at the beginning of the month. And then as the month goes on, it will decrease. So I may look for another weekly person. We'll see how the next couple of weeks go. We'll see. Because I've got a couple other ones that, well, I watched quite a few other ones, but I'd like to showcase a couple other ones in there. So hopefully you'll like that. I don't know. That was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. And what else? Oh, haul. Okay, so are you ready for haul? Let me see. All right, we're at 30 minutes. Okay, couple things. You might have seen this last week. I'm not sure. This is a Prairie Schooler. It's spring and fall. And I got it primarily because I wanted the robin, because I'm all about the robin. But then as I'm looking at it, I'm like, these are really cool, but it's not the whole year. So I'm going to see if I can, I'm looking at, does anybody know which leaf, like this is book number 90. If you know, please let me know in the comments below, because I would like to get the whole year and stitch the whole year. I have an idea. So anyways, let me know if you know if they did a winter and summer. I guess it would be summer and winter. I haven't looked yet, to be quite honest, but I plan to look for that. And then I got a shipment from Thread Geeks. Thread Geeks is an online, they're out of United Kingdom. And I have their link in the description box below. I have, like if you want to get, say you're having a full coverage bonanza, excuse me, like I am, about to come up. I've got a couple of them I'm starting this week. I opted, instead of kitting it myself, because I'm lazy that way, I don't like kitting. I saw on Facebook posts where she has DMC ability and rights to do kitting up, so I decided to utilize her services. So I did get, some of these patterns are from Thread Geeks. They're all full coverages, and some of them are Heaven and Earth designs that I have a starts planned. So I'm just going to show them to you. And yes, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't overtly expensive or any more than what I would spend on DMC in my opinion. And it was way worth my time than me kitting that up on my own. So say what you want. She told me I was a blessing and I'll take it. I like supporting other businesses. I don't have a business, but I like supporting businesses, right? All right, this is Buona Devil Art Shop. It's called Spooky Friends. And I'm sure you know why I got this one, right? Because look, we got Wednesday, we got Chucky, we even got Jack. I mean, come on. It will be, finished design is 414 by 540. This was charted by Thread Geeks. They are retiring a bunch of their designers right now. They're getting ready to retire some, and they've got a lot of different artwork. So this is Buona Devil Art. And if you go to www.threadgeeks.co.uk, right here it is, you can see all their patterns. But look at this floss. So she kitted that for me. It's already on the cards. I haven't even opened it. But if you'd like to see it open, I'm fine to open it. Let me open it and show you, right? So here's one of the cards. Boy, it's got a lot of black on there, huh? So I can show you how they come. So it says Spooky Friends. It's got the floss numbers, DMC numbers. Check that out. And they're all on drops. They're all ready. They just need snip, snip, because, you know, they're looped. And it should be the flosses that I need for the projects. So, and she very nice and neatly rolled these up around the cards and put them into the package. So I am very grateful, very appreciative. I don't know if she watches my videos or not, but I'm very appreciative of a service like this. Okay, the other pattern I got from Thread Geeks is called Mindful Bear. The artist is by Claudia McKinney. And this one is not a full coverage, but since you know I like wildlife and all of that, this is 434 by 288. It does not look like it is going to be completely full coverage. If it is, I am not stitching the white, just so you know. I will get another, like a colored fabric back and stitch it on there. So, again, everything comes beautifully wrapped, packaged. Next pattern is also a Thread Geeks pattern because they were having a sale when I went shopping, also by Claudia McKinney. And it is 432 by 468 is the stitch count, and it's called Fa La 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 La. And how cute are those cats? Like, could I say no? No. I could not say no. So my floss is here. I just got to get the fabric, which I have plenty of the Easy Grid fabric here because I buy that in yards because I do so many full coverages. I don't mind doing that. So while I had her on the challenge of kitting up those, that was one thing. But then I went and threw her a curveball. Not really a curveball because she does this too. But I said, hey, do you think you could kit up this one for me too? And it is a freebie pattern on Heaven and Earth Designs called Steampunk Owl. It has been up as a freebie pattern for a while now. I love the colors. I'm not an owl fanatic, but I still love the colors. It is 375 by 562. And how about that? I like it. So, and look at the colors. So that is $3.75 by $5.62. Artwork is by Malcolm Watson. And like I said, it is on Heaven and Earth Design. It is currently a freebie that is being offered. The other one I got from Heaven and Earth Design is Brainiac Owl. And I just have the mock-up picture, the Brainiac Owl. This is a gift for my niece who is studying to be a school teacher, and she really does like owls. So I am definitely going to be starting this one. If not this month, I think I start it next month. I am going to get this a good healthy stitching and get busy on it because I want to give this to her as a gift. She's currently running her own daycare out of her house while she is also trying to get her teaching degree. So, and the last one I had her kit up, and I said, I think I'll be good for a while because, you know, it's going to take me years to finish these. But I could not turn away from this one. This is an artisy pattern. And somebody posted on Facebook, of course, and I saw it and said, oh, gotta have it, because my name's Carla. And if you haven't met me, I like to have all the things. So this is Rocky Mountain Selfie. It is, I don't have the artist, but it is an artisy pattern. It's copywritten by Artisy, but this is the photo, and look at the wildlife. I mean, like, come on. How could I not do this one? Look, it's even got a little chipmunk, a gopher, groundhog, a ram. It's got the moose and the bear and the coyote. I mean, yeah, I had to, so I did. And I'm not even sure what the count is on it because I didn't print out the cover sheet. I will when I start stitching on it, so I have it in my stack. But this is the floss colors. Like, I'm so excited and ready. I just want to start this for me because this looks just fun. So maybe this will become when I get a finish, my next full coverage finish. So sorry for all the crinkles. That's all I've got to show you for today, I think. Oh no, I got some nice things to show you. I pulled this out. Okay, so this was from Grace Notes. Remember I said I was going to incorporate some things I've gotten at different events over the summer. This was from Grace Notes. They did, it was intended to be for your needles. They had stickers and stuff on there. It's the needle finale. And so, of course, I have a little cat sticker I put on mine. And then I put, thank you for being a friend as I'm getting rid of my needles. But what I noticed is a lot of people were actually using these for their orts. And if you squeeze it, it pops open. And it is pretty big opening, but it's not going to come open on you unless you really squeeze it, and then it'll pop open. But, so that was your needle finale, or your orts container if you wanted it. So that is going to sit in my stitchy spot for my broken needles. And then one of the people at the retreat brought this up and gave this to me, is they had extras for their table gift. And I am so sorry, I didn't even get her name, but it's beautiful. And I wanted to show it because it's such a neat idea. And I wish I had this craft. I do not have this crafty in me, but I love patriotic. And so inside, it's got a zipper. I just unzipped it. And inside, it had a bunch of different things that I can definitely use. So it had some wonder clips. I think that's what they're called. These little wonder clips, right? So I had those, and I use those. I have a little dish of them here that I use them. And she had some patriotic colored DMC, right? Floss in there. So there was 4 skeins of DMC, and they're all like red, white, and blues. Exciting. Love it. And then she had a little blue boo-boo brush. That's what I call it, my boo-boo brush. You know, when you if you have to frog something, they're really like a mascara brush, makeup brush. But these work great to get the little fuzzies off of your fabric, you know, when you go through and you have to frog something, and you know how you get those little fuzzes that are left. This is a great, just brushing it over your fabric like that will take that right off. and a little pair of scissors. So this is great little travel set scissors. I put these in like little tins, my little pillow box, just the little things to like if I'm just gonna grab and go, that's where I use those at. They're great little scissors. And so I wanted to take today to highlight the person, and then this was the inside fabric. If you watch my videos and you gave this to me, please put it in the comments below so I can properly thank you, because you're amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. And I'll be honest, when you're helping at a retreat, a lot of things are like a super fast whirlwind. So, definitely. And I am going to be working on my Christmas rules because I got challenged by our dear friend Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter, on her video, most recent video. That's right, Jen, I caught that. She is working on Christmas rules that she assigned to me as one of the Flosstubers that she's doing the Flosstuber challenge with, and to motivate me to maybe kit mine up. And I just showed it last week. That I just purchased from Primrose Cottage. It was part of a gift from a gift card that somebody had given me at the retreat. And I am kitting it up, Jen, and I will be starting it probably the beginning of December. Unless, I don't know, something happens between now and then, but it seems like a good Christmas piece to work on during the month of December. And I think that's it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me at craftaddictk@gmail.com or leave a comment below. I'm happy to show or share any other information that I possibly can that you aren't sure about. And if there's something specific you'd like to see, let me know. Oh, and our giveaway. If you are wanting to be put in for a drawing for I Love You, Reaping Love, and it says I Love You to Death by Silver Creek Samplers, I will be giving this away to some random person that leaves a comment, and in your comment use the word love. We can all use a little bit more love, right? So if you're interested, use the word love in the video below, and I will do a drawing for this from this video on October 31st, Halloween Day. We will do the drawing and see who won. Thank you everyone for visiting. I hope you liked what you saw. Be sure to like, subscribe, and enjoy your stitching. Bye everybody.